Hey there, my name's Nick Flip, vocalist and composer, and you've made it to part 3 of our tier list. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. If you haven't watched the first 2, you might want to take a look because you might be wondering how we got here. Moving forward on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the full live stream with the actual animation stuff that Jay has done for the earlier 1 through 30. I think we've only visited the Wisdom Saga with the actual stuff. So we're going to be taking a look at that, but also we're going to be starting, thanks to our Patreon people, we're going to be starting up with Hamilton, doing a full react of Hamilton. I've never seen the full thing. I've only listened to like 3 or 4 songs of it, mostly because I'm a music teacher and people audition with it, but I've never heard like the actual real singers do it. I never really was super into the Hamilton stuff, so I think we're about to get into it. Maybe I'll be interested in it. I'm not sure what put me off from it from the beginning, but we're about to give it a very fair, honest shot and analyze it very deeply. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. We've got a lot coming, and enjoy the video. I'll see you at the end.
I am the prophet.
Love the voice.
With the answers you seek. Time,
good consonant.
I've unlocked it. I see past and future running free.
I don't know how he's mixing this so well. Consonants are hard.
Where I help you get home, but that's not a world I know.
What?
I see a song of past romance.
All right. The goal of this song is to convey a lot of story elements that are coming through in the near future, but in a way that feels as though that this character's unobtrusive to the story. He is just narratively conveying ideas. He is not a threat. There's definitely ways that you can make this song sound aggressive, and it doesn't. It makes it just feel like this character is just observing. It's interesting. It's a narrative piece because it, again, goes back to the mythos of the whole thing. This is all centered on mythos. I think it's a great song. I think it sounds great. I think it conveys so much story, but it does. Listen to this.
Red faces of men who had
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Our first 3/4 song, by the way.
I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Woo! I see a song
Right back.
of past romance.
And that dopamine gets
I see
released.
sacrifice
Yes.
of man.
With the runs of the
I see
strings.
portrayals of betrayal and
It's
the
epic.
brother's final stand.
It progresses really nicely. And we got the choir. So it is one thing to have a theme.
What?
Repeat it.
I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's fight.
But then you expand upon the theme. How different that is. Right? It's a great way to take one theme, explain it or use it 3 different ways, and still at the end of it creates interest throughout. Very good. Ooh, is it better than Just a Man? No. If we're talking about the original version. If we're talking about the newest version, I don't think Just a Man has the same impact as this song. Polyphemus. Is it better than Polyphemus? That's where I might disagree. Is it better than Horse and the Infant? That does too much for this series. Yeah, I'm gonna say right there. It's a great song. These are all great songs though. So, yeah, that's a good song. All right, moving on to Monster. Oh, I'm so hungry. You might have just heard my stomach there. That was just my stomach, not the actual intro. This one, every time I hear this song and I hear this guitar riff, I just want to be like,
how am I to reunite with my estranged?
It's so
Do
full.
I need to change? I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me? What if I'm the monster? What if I'm in the wrong? What if I'm the problem?
Such a good song. Well, let's skip ahead just so I remember. Great belts here. I think this song is emotive. I'm gonna play it more. Sorry. This part especially. This is my highlight part of the song. The build up here. Clever. This pulsing anger. Yeah, very good. Very good. The singing, always amazing. Just this is like his. It's his. This is Jay's. I feel like the reason this song is so high up is not only because there's a change of emote from the character, like Odysseus, but I feel like this song is Jay's most strong vocal style. When Jay sings into this kind of genre, the belt, high belt, you feel from him because this is his like bread and butter for his voice. It is strong on the higher ends. You can feel him trying. This probably took so many takes because it's so high. High B's. You can feel talent with him singing this song. And it comes through. It's just a perfect song for him vocally. And I think he does it super well. It creates Odysseus in a stronger like vocal sense. So I think it does accomplish a lot in this song. And when you see it, you feel it. You know what's about to happen in this song. So this one... Better than Polyphemus, yeah. Better than the Horse and the Infant, yeah. Wouldn't you like? Better than Wouldn't You Like? Yes. Better than Worry of the Mind? Yes. Ruthlessness level? No. It's not. It's great. Great song. Thank you for the follow or sub, whoever just did that. Thank you, appreciate that. It's very good. Don't worry. It's very good. High A tier. Would I call it S tier? No. Yeah. Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely. It's just right in the edge. I put it down on A. It's going to stay in A. Could it be S? Yeah. 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 No. Yeah. No. Yes. It's just right there. It's right there for me. It has everything going for it. It's strong. It's just such a great show. It's S in so many other shows. That's the thing. All right. I gotta turn this up.
Don't you miss me more than you know? Then jump in the water and kiss me. Penelope,
That
I've told
Passaggio
you this
break
before. You know I'm afraid of the water. I'll make sure that you are safe and sound. Come play with me and our daughter, and let's watch our love leave the ground. Oh, I would, but I'd be suffering trying to float the whole time. I would take the suffering from you. That sounds right here.
Oh my god, dude. This one. Oh, it's such a good song. Why is it such a good song? Because if you've heard it one time and you know what's next, you know you're in on the joke. You're part of the gig. If you've read the Odyssey, you are in on the joke. You might already understand just from how he's acting that he's going to trick these nymphs and he's going to murder them all. You might know this already going in. So I think this song is awesome because it's an homage to the people who know the story. It's an homage to the people who've heard it before because it makes you feel like you're a part of the fun right from the onset. When you press that play button and you hear them tricking her, you feel things immediately. You're like smiling, you're in on it. The beat is just flawless. It's perfectly done. It feels like so fun and uplifting. Obviously, you know that's a gag to get her, you know, and her singing is beautiful. Every miss thing that she does, like speaking wise, like when she says her daughter and stuff, and all those small nuances that are wrong, you feel like, you know, like you know what's happening. It's fun. It's so good. It's clever. You need to know what's going on to fully understand it. And this one, it's every time. This is a good song. Suffering. Wait, that's not it. Yeah, Suffering. Better than My Goodbye. Yeah. Why? It's not meant to be as impactful. This is just a part. Like, think about what part of this is in the story. He just kills the nymphs. Right? That's it. In the Odyssey, kills a bunch of nymphs. Whatever. But Athena leaving, that's a motive by the story. The song is so good that you feel just as much as this and this. These are crazy moments. This is a crazy moment. This is a crazy moment. This is not a crazy moment. This is a obscure part of the story, Open Arms, that Jay has done so much with. This is why I rate it as like a composer. I see what he did. Wow, you took something not impactful and made something crazy of it. This is why I had high hopes for Storm. It's just a storm. Like, they're going through a storm and they're having tough times. I thought this could do more with it. Like, imagine if we felt the crazy same vibes that we felt for like these moments through Storm. It's not a very memorable part of the story. It's not supposed to be. But neither is this. The next part's supposed to be more important, of murdering them, not tricking them. It's just a small, he tricks the nymphs. You know, that's what's the one-liner in the summary of the Odyssey. Tricks the nymphs and kills them. He's turning into a bad guy. Whatever. But the song is so good. You feel so much from it. So that's why, as a composer, I have to put this way high. It does so much. It doesn't need story to make it good. It uses its own narrative that it's created, not Homer. Homer didn't create the greatness of this moment. Jay did. I hope that makes sense. Oh, I didn't play it that whole time. I just want to hear a little bit more.
Scylla. But Scylla has a cost.
Well, you asked and now you know.
So jump in the water.
Penelope, why? You know I'm too shy and terrified.
I would take the suffering from you.
For you I would die.
Yeah, baby. Oh, it's so good. Okay, moving on.
Let's cut the charade. You are no wife of mine. You've been trying to take my life this whole time. I know underwater there are packs of you hiding. Yeah, I know exactly what you are. A siren.
Okay. I'm gonna move up just a little bit. It's a great, this is a very intense song. It follows one of the best songs in the series. It's a very violent song. This is a very violent song. Its goal was to paint a very violent picture. It does that very well. It makes them feel like they're a new type of beast. This is not like Luck Runs Out. This is like a new type of harmony. Very aggressive. Everything's very aggressive about this song. Tells a lot of story. There's that cool part where the nymphs are begging for their life in it. It's cool. It has a lot of different vibes throughout. Very different elements. Telling a lot of story. All this is very good because it's telling a lot of story. But would I say it's as impactful as There Are Other Ways? No. Is it as impactful as Survive? No. Done for, though. You make one more move and you're done for. Would I say? No. Yeah. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, I think it's still better than Done For, too. It's good. Not as good. It's hard because it's following Suffering, which is just like, ooh. Oh, I could also, maybe that's why I'll say that's why it's above Done For. because this song would not be as cool without this song. Just like when someone... I'll change what I was about to say. Just like looking at two fruits, you know, if you have like I don't know, if you have like a green apple, and then you have like an already peeled ripe orange, and someone's like, take one. Like, there's very few people who would just be like, you know what? I'm going to go with the green apple. They're going to say, ooh, my choice is green apple and already peeled, perfectly made, or like ready to break apart orange. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. I don't know. Insert two fruits where there's a worse one and a better one, and you're going to already look at that other one as it's way better, especially like that sour one. Now you got the sour taste of green apple in my mouth. And I got anyway, Suffering is better because of this song. Because it just starts off, there's huge contrast. All right, moving on to, we've got Scylla.
The lair of Scylla. This is our only way.
This evanescence.
Deep down.
You're quiet today.
Deep down. Not much to say. Deep down. You hide a reason for
Very vocally interesting with the singer. Narratively, obviously very compelling what's going on. Big thing happening too. The crew uniting to freak out.
I'm so sorry.
There's so much going on in this song.
Forgive me.
So different from other songs in the series. This line, that line being the coolest harmony line in the entire show.
Eurylochus, light up 6 torches. Deep down, we're lonely deep.
You know something's building.
Captain, something approaches.
Hello.
Yeah. I mean, I can't keep listening, so I'll just listen to the whole song. It every time you hear that intro line, you feel, right? You feel honestly a little bit scared. I have goosebumps right now. Like, no joke. Because that, like the emptiness, they give the breath. Hello. Right? That's great. That's great orchestration. It makes you feel. I'm putting it way high up. It's clever. It's so clever. Realistically, 6 people died. Okay. How come I feel like it's just as impactful of a moment in this series as 400 some odd people dying in Ruthlessness? Ruthlessness, it's a great song. The singer, killer, amazing. The vibe, amazing. If 450 people didn't die and you're fighting a god, I'm not sure it would have the same impact as like a moment like this, or like Suffering, which has no narrative to really make it interesting, and it is. And same with Open Arms. Musically, I think Scylla is like amazing. It's amazingly written. My Goodbye still has some of the most unforgettable moments of the series that are used throughout the series for that purpose. So that's still higher in my opinion. But Scylla is, wow. It's the Evanescence voice from the singer throughout. Oh, that's great too. It's a great song, guys. Mutiny. Quick one for me. We'll just move on. 5-minute song, first of all. There's a lot going on in a 5-minute song. This is a narrative-driven song. When I did my reaction for this song, I realistically reacted to the story. Musically, I know this is a reprise of earlier songs. And it's supposed to be Eurocup's like moment Sorry, my camera's going slow. Eurocup's moment where he brings his frustrations, finally the whole crew's frustrations down upon Odysseus, and that's not a comfortable feeling. And I understand that, and I know people aren't going to like that. So I try to fight through that feeling, because the goal of this song is to make you feel like Odysseus' actions have consequences, and they are now coming to fruition through the crew. That's not a comfortable feeling, and so when I hear this song, I try to go in knowing that is going to be the outcome. It's not about that, it's about the music. So when I hear this music,
Then you have forced my hand.
Lower your weapon.
No can
I'm just not so amazed. Like, this is a fight song, so it's difficult.
of your own crew.
Don't make me fight you, brother. You know you'd have to.
I just don't feel so much weight. I know the crew actually is the most weight you feel. But I feel like, yeah, I just don't feel like so much is happening through this. And the sound effects help definitely through this, but I feel like it needs to be bigger. If like you're fighting, this is the moment of moments. Your right-hand man is now confronting you and your crew is stabbing you. This has the narrative to carry this song, I think. I know it has sad narrative, but a lot of sad narratives sometimes carry through. So I don't think this one used its narrative to its potential. And musically, I think more could be done to create fullness, a lot of layering, because there's probably a lot of conflicting feelings going on right now. What if we layered, just like he does for like other songs which had a lot of impact, like Underworld, and later on we have like God Games and Love in Paradise, where he starts layering old themes. We could have taken this relationship between Eurocup and Odysseus and really made a moment out of it, and I feel like that opportunity was a little bit lost due to the combative nature of the fight song, the fighting in this song. So it is a good song. Again, all these good songs. I don't think it can, because of what's happening, I don't think it does enough justice to the story elements involved in the song. So last point I'll make, what really made me like the song even less when I first heard it was in songs like Love in Paradise, we are revisited to Eurocup's character. And the problem I have with this song is that it kind of it doesn't give enough conflict to Eurocup to what he's doing. I understand he's yelling at the beginning and stuff, but Eurocup in this point of the show was his best friend. He just goes, "I'm all right, then you gotta die, buddy. You tried to kill me." Like, I feel like a little bit more should have been like, "What have we gone through?" Like, tell that, like a nice little piano, like, but what have we gone through? All the pain that you have caused. Why would you? You know, like that sort of thing. Like, paint me that picture. Paint it for me. Tell me how he's conflicted too. It just feels like, you gotta die, buddy. Eye for an eye. You know, fair, all fair. But it needs to be like, and people keep telling me like in the comments, come on, like I don't like this video. Like obviously he should have did that. Yeah, I know, but it didn't feel like that to me. It didn't feel like that he was so conflicted that all these things were happening to him. What a jerk you were, Odysseus. How could you do this to me? Like this one, I feel like we lost a lot of potential in this song. And what really painted that picture more so was in Love in Paradise when Eurocup's song comes on when he's standing on the edge and he's about to jump, and we hear Eurocup. I don't feel, the first thing I think of is I don't think sad. I think, you left me with a really kind of tainted picture of Eurocup. And so I think a little bit more could have shown that Eurocup was acting through the music. Eurocup was acting on his behalf because Odysseus was acting against him. And I just think there should be a little bit more conflict in the music, which would have been like a little crunch, like Jay does it so well when he wants you to feel a certain way. He'll take the time. He didn't take the time here, and I think it's because it's a 5-minute song. He was telling a little bit too much story that he was trying to like complete. He had 40 songs. This should have been 2 songs, in my opinion. The first half and then when he wakes up later on and they have to sacrifice. But I think that first song could have been fleshed out a lot more to be like, why would you, like, you are tearing apart our friendship. We've been together for 12 long years, you know, whatever. So sorry about that one. That one's low, quick one for me. I feel like I had to explain that one because in my video, I tried to rush through it because during when I recorded that video, it was like a 26-minute video. And at the time I was like, I don't want my videos to be too long. I feel like I'm boring people. But for that one, I was just rushing right through it because it's a 5-minute one. But I was getting a little upset at the music combining with the narrative. I wasn't feeling what I wanted to feel during that, and it's kind of hard to explain, but I understood it immediately when I heard Love in Paradise, what I was feeling. I was feeling like I wasn't left with what I felt like for Polites. I wasn't left with what I felt for like Odysseus' mom. And for that one, I felt like all of that moment between them just died real quick, and not because of the stab wound, because of how it was like, how that moment was led up to. Okay, Thunderbringer. That one's might get me in trouble. Suya! Naruto. Huh! Naruto intro vibes.
Pride is a
All right. This song, very good. Best part of the song, easily. This soft drop makes the song. Without this, the song is not as impactful. This ending, Telemachus' theme, this wins. Like this right here is the song's savior. I think Thunderbringer is a great song. I think Luke Holt, I think, is an amazing singer, and I think this song is really impactful with the story, and I think it does its justice. But it was this moment where I lost a little bit of interest. Not this. This was awesome. This is another huge win of the song. So this moment, obviously very important to the story.
Captain?
Then we'll die.
to see her.
And obviously at the time I was pretty mad at Euro Cup from the previous song, so I was like, yep, get him.
No.
But this re-entrance, I wasn't sure what was going on here. I really wanted Zeus that we got right here. I really didn't like clever Zeus sounds here. This to me took away a lot right there. The momentum that was building right here, this impact of the silence, Captain. I know you'll die. And then clever Zeus smiling. Thunder bringer through the ringer. You know, cool. It feels like he's so cool here. In God Games, he's like, you'll never defeat me. You know, and it's just like, you're murdering his entire like the rest of his crew. I want violence in your voice. I want a small amount of bloodlust. I feel like we didn't develop Zeus's character enough here. God Games, I feel like that's who I thought he was. I don't think this song does Zeus enough justice in the sense of infamy. I think we need to decide right there. Are we mad at Zeus? Is Zeus at all motivated here? I don't know. It just feels like to me, he just thinks he's clever, the way he's singing it. Pride is a damsel in distress. I feel like throughout the entire song, there's no development for Zeus. I feel like he's just always thunder. If he's objective, and this, by the way, changed when I heard God Games. In God Games, he's clearly not objective. He's clearly not. So what changed? Or was this song just not adequately showing who Zeus actually is? Because I feel like there's plenty of motive for Zeus to be like, thunder, bring her through the ringer. Like, that would be so cool. And he has it. I was like, does he not have it? Yeah, he has it. God Games, he has. Luke Holt, he has it. Where is it in Thunderbringer? That was my only gripe. And I think that takes the song from S to A. That moment hurt me in the song because I was looking for some violence. The drums aren't enough to convey the violence.
But we'll die.
I know.
And that was weird, but we'll die.
Thundering
It's not violent. Make it violent. I want violence here. I want screams from the crew. I want violence. I want one last from Eurocup, his last scream. I want violence. Show me violence in the music. But again, what saves it is because I didn't feel for this moment where in the murdering of the crew. I feel like that should be like, oh my god, kind of like Scylla's moment where she's murdering everybody. This part I didn't really feel it, but this part finally I felt it. And the storm ends. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's why it's so high. Great song, not impactful enough to what's going on. That's what I think. We got to separate story from composing, and a little bit, only a little bit, enough that we can say how much of this is story driven, how much of this is music driven. I'm trying to focus a little bit more on what the music delivers to the story. Okay, Legendary. This One Republic theme. We're entering the last saga, guys. If you stuck with it this whole way, thank you. All right, we have hit the end of part 3, and now we have only one more part. It is part 4 coming up, and it's going to be the full entire end, the tier list finish. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, consider doing that. And we are, again, going to be doing the sagas next, so something to look forward to after the actual song. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all on the flip side. And a huge thank you to all of my patrons. All of you make this possible. I appreciate all the support.
The flop, the flippity flip, the flipsy T, flippinator. You got the flip on the left, you got the flip on